And we would just like to take some time right now to just discuss some questions that we had. A lot of our viewers, people that call us, contact us, they know we're associated with you and they ask us a lot of questions. So we would like to just go ahead and cover some of those things. First question would be, what happened in Australia exactly? You are being called a quack, you are being called someone that's crazy out there. So what really is the truth? What happened? Why were you banned?
Yes, it was a shock to us because it really had no foundation. In fact, when the complaint first came to us from the HCCC, we laughed. We thought, surely this is a joke. They're saying that I'm advocating that a woman go and put her baby on goat's milk if she can't breastfeed, and they're claiming that goat's milk might be lethal. We just laugh because babies have been fed goat's milk for thousands of years. So this is the sort of thing. So we didn't really take it seriously, and I had to answer every question. And I felt I did, but I realise now they wanted scientific studies. That's what they wanted. But when you look back at how did this happen? Where did it all start? So the only way to explain it is that my husband has a political party. It's the Informed Medical Options Party, campaigning for the rights of Australians to have free choice. And I spoke at one of their rallies, and I spoke on the laws of health. And then 3 days later, Michael looked at the pro-vaccine people's website and they said, we've got to take this woman down. Are there any volunteers?
Wow, really?
So 3 people came forward, people I have never met. I think a nutritionist from Queensland was one of them. And she had looked obviously through my lectures and came up with something like the goat's milk, and then made complaints to the Healthcare Complaints Commission. And if they get a complaint, they have to pursue it, so they did. But they weren't happy with my answers, so I ended up having to go to a tribunal, I call it the Inquisition, where 4 people interviewed me, and I had Michael one side and the lawyer on the other, but they were not allowed to speak. Everything was taped. And for 2 hours they questioned me. What they were really hoping for, to find a statement where I said, this will cure cancer. But I have never said such a thing, and they could not find it. But eventually, when it had all finished and we spoke with our lawyer, she said, I can't believe it, they've got nothing on you. So she goes through these sorts of things all the time. And Michael said, does that mean Barbara will be freed from this ban? And she said, oh no, she'll get a life ban, but she won't go to jail, because if she was guilty she'd go to jail. So that's the justice system. And we found that the Healthcare Complaints Commission, you can't go higher than that, and they seem to be accountable to no one. So they have the authority to ban me for life. I can't speak, I can't give any advice, or 10 years jail. So,
oh, wow.
So that's what happened. So my husband was so incensed. He wanted to do something, and we thought of taking it to court, and then we found out it would cost $500 to even start the process, and it could go on for years, and it could cost us everything. So Michael wrote the book, The Assassination of Barbara O'Neill. I said, that's a bit strong. He said, no, it's good. It's good. And he wrote that, I guess, in my defence. And so, because some people say, you must have done something for them to come after you. So I say, well, read the book. Read the book, it explains. So it was hard for me at first, because my aim is really just to educate, to help people to get better health. And I've been stopped. Michael said, well, you've got a choice. You can retire or you can just go overseas. So I said, well, I've never had so much knowledge in my mind. I've never had so much experience. And I still feel young, I still feel fit, I still have a lot of energy. I'll go overseas. So that ended up what happened. And in 2021, when I was in Germany speaking at a conference, a lady came up and she said, I'm so sorry to say this, Barbara, but we're so glad you were banned. Now you're free to come to us. And I thought, the ban has freed me. Because I could never travel for long because I had to always be back for the program. And another blessing that's come out of this is the program could not run without me because people would not book in unless I was there. Well, now people are booking in for the program, and now I'm free to go elsewhere. So I now see why God allowed this to happen.